Hello everyone, Prince Tutorial here, and today we're going to keep on doing the same format as we've done before, a tier list for stealing heroes, but this time around, the legendary heroes. Now, this video is very similar to the one I've done before, which is we're going to rank those different heroes to steal by how much do they add to the new race they've been stolen into, not how good are they already in their own race, but rather if they are stolen into a different race, how much value do they bring in now? So, just so everyone is on the same page, S is reserved for all the heroes that, when stolen to a new race, bring a lot of value to the table to that new race. A, they bring a bit of value, not a lot, not like S tier. B, okay value. C, mediocre. D, low. And the last tier is for heroes that can't be stolen into any other race. And there are some in this list that we're going to talk about. So I'll start with the easiest ones, if you ask me, which are the three heroes right here: Ulrika, Gotrek, and Felix. Now, the reason I say that they are the easiest is because they are available today already for different factions. So they are available for Kislev, Empire, and Dwarfs, each each one of them. If I'm not mistaken, they're also Felix and Gotrek are available for Cathay. Again, if I'm not mistaken. So whenever I'm looking at those three heroes, I know that they're already available to different factions. So I'm asking myself, what other order factions could use Felix, Gotrek, or Ulrika? Now, I'm looking maybe at the High Elves or Bretonia for the sake of the example. And I think that they would be very good in those different rosters. Ulrika gets on a horse, and she's pretty fast and a very good caster. She also boosts her army by quite a lot. She boosts magic resistance, and she also adds to the magic reserve. So I'm going to place Ulrika at A. Gotrek and Felix I'm going to use as a combination, because most of the time when you want to steal one, you want to steal the other, because they do come as a combo, and they do work well together. So I'd rather put them both under A tier because they work very well as a combination. I will say that Gotrek has a lot of buffs for the army for different enemies. They are, according to Gotrek and Felix books, Demon Slayer, Skaven Slayer, and stuff like that. So he has different buffs for different enemies. And Felix is a very good support hero uh, with a lot of healing and stuff like that. And I think they work very well as a combination. If we go and look at Henry Le Massif, which is pretty much a normal, if I would say, paladin, he does ride Hippogriff, which is very unique to him. But at the end of the day, he is still just a regular paladin. So just for the sake of that, he's a very good hero, very good melee combatant, but doesn't add anything in particular that is amazing for a different faction. So I'm going to place him under B. Please let me know in the comments if you have any disagreements with me. I would really love to keep learning and see how you guys see things. For Satang, the Watcher, he's a legendary hero of Cathay, and he's a construct. So a very big target, very, very good hero for Cathay. Question is if he is a good hero outside of Cathay. Now, frankly, if you look at his skills, they're mostly targeted to a Cathay army. They're actually tagged in the code for Terracotta Sentinels and also for the different bow units of Cathay. So technically, whenever you steal Satang the Watcher outside of Cathay, you cannot boost other units that much. On the other hand, he is a very strong hero, and he is some kind of an artillery piece, if you like. Very good melee combatant. So just for the sake of him being such a big monster, I will have to put him under B. Garagrim. Garagrim is a legendary hero for the dwarfs, and as you can see already here, the dwarfs have a lot of legendary heroes under disposal. And Garagrim is a very good character and monster killer, as he is a slayer. And he doesn't boost your army outside of the dwarves that much. He's very good at what he does, but it's not like if you steal him into a Bretonian army, he will provide so much value. He's not that fast. He is fast for a dwarf, but not that fast. So for the sake of this argument, I think Garagrim will have to go under the C tier. Now, if I go to the different ghost or ethereal units that the dwarves have, so these are the heroes that you get by playing as Belegar. And the two Thanes are very, very good combatants, and they have good skills. And I have rated the Thane heroes in my previous video very, very highly. So I will have to do the same right here. So they're just like regular Thane, just without the upkeep and better physical resistance. I have ranked the Master Engineers as S in my previous video. And obviously the ethereal version of it is still an S tier unit. The Runesmith, same idea. They're very good Runesmith, just with physical resistance. So I will have to go A tier. And this one right here, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with. It's actually the artifact hero that you get from Thoric Ironbrow's unique campaign. So this one can't be stolen, actually. So it will have to be ranked here. So for Theodore Bruckner, which is a legendary hero for the Empire, he's very much attuned to be this cavalry, monstrous cavalry guy. But when you look at his skill tree and his trait, he doesn't boost his army that much. He does go and symbiote well with it, but he doesn't boost the army much. He has a lot of strong abilities on himself as a combatant, and he's a crazy strong hero. But I wouldn't go as far to say that if he is stolen into another race, he would provide value. So for that reason, I will have to go B tier. For the legendary hero here, these four right here belong to Marcus Wolfhart, and they are exclusive to his campaign. You cannot recruit them any other way. So you will have to steal them by allying Marcus Wolfhart, getting enough allegiance points, borrowing the army, and getting them wounded. So for the Master Engineer one, again, I will have to go S tier, just like I've done in the previous video. For Kalara, which is supposed to be a better Waystalker than the normal Waystalker. And I think that it's a very good unit, very good for missile-heavy armies. She has buffs that she can add to the army, so that's good. For Dr. Hertwig van Hal, it's pretty much a regular witch hunter, which I don't value that much, so it will have to go here. I will say that all those legendary heroes by Marcus Wolfhart are immortal. So even if they are level 1, actually this applies to all the list here. Even if they are level 1 when you've stolen them, once you get them wounded, they are yours to keep. On the other hand, on any other campaign on generic heroes, you will have to get them some kind of immortality, either by item or banners or whatever, so they will be able to be wounded and not killed, and therefore stay in your army pool. So I will say that if you want to get a witch hunter, I would rather ally Marcus Wolfhart and try to steal this one rather than ally Elspeth, for example, and try to see if I get any vampire hunter to level 20. That would be a bigger effort to get the same result. And last but not least, it's Roderick Langille, which is pretty much, I would say, a paladin. A very good paladin, but a paladin nonetheless. So it will have to go under C tier. I will say that Roderick doesn't go on a horse, so he will be forever stuck on his foot. So that's not so good because the other paladins do get on a horse eventually. Coedill. Coedill is a legendary hero that is starting off with Dryka. and you will be able to steal him quite early if you ally her early in the game. He's a very, very, very strong legendary hero, and he will have to go under S tier. I will say that he does have skills that put attrition on your enemies. He has skills that improve your melee attack. He reduces the magic cost of different things. He does add magic, has a lot of different buffs in scenarios where you're fighting in a forest and stuff like that. So he's a very, very good, strong legendary hero. And I would advise anyone to try to steal him away from Draika. Next on our list is the Golden Knight. And the Golden Knight is a very strong hero for Kislev, but also outside of Kislev, it does bring a lot of support to their lord by having different buffs to their lord, by having Guardian, by having spell resistance to the army, and stuff like that. I do believe that it has other values outside of Kislev. For the example, for the Empire, I do think that it works well. It does get on a horse, it can keep up with cavalry armies, so you can fight there. Also for Britonia, I do think also for even Grand Cathay, I can see some value to stealing the Golden Knight for those factions. So we'll have to go S tier for me for the Golden Knight. Very strong combatant, reduces the ability for mages to cast spells. I love this unit so much. Lord Croak. I think Lord Croak is the definition of a legendary hero. I think it's the first one we got in the game and still is the most busted legendary hero in the game up to date. Ward save for the whole army. Crazy good magic. The fact that you can steal this hero is such a game breaking point if you steal Lord Croak out of the Lizardman. So I will have to go S tier, and in fact, top of S tier. Next, Brock Gutsman. Brock Gutsman does reduce melee defense around him. He's an executioner, so he does execute units under a certain health pool. He is a very good character killer, but I wouldn't say that he has amazing value to add to another faction. So I will have to go and place him under C. Again, very good character killer, but since the item rework, we have items that bring the executioner skill to other units, and I don't think having him specifically be the executioner is such a big deal. You can put that on any other character of your own race and you would be fine. But if you are lacking a character killer in your race, I think that trying to steal Bragg would be a very good choice. The Green Knight. The Green Knight can be summoned for Britonia. It doesn't have a skill line at all. So unfortunately, besides seeing him on the campaign map, you can't really steal it into your faction. And since it doesn't have any skill line whatsoever, so it doesn't have much value for you to be stealing it. So even if it did, even if it could be stolen, I don't think that I would put it any higher than D tier. So that's on the Green Knight. Another very, very good legendary hero for the Wood Elves is actually Ariel. Ariel is one of the two, pretty much, legendary heroes that I think are busted and great game breaking. And Ariel can't be stolen. It has actually been patched out that you can't steal an army, or you can't borrow an army containing Ariel. So she can't be stolen into your race outside of the Wood Elves. So unfortunately, she is in the tier of can't be stolen. But if she was, she would be like second to only Lord Crow. She's a very good legendary hero, but unfortunately can't be stolen. Gorich. Gorich is an amazing legendary hero. He boosts monsters. He has Guardian as a passive ability, improves charge bonus and melee attack for monsters. Imagine stealing this hero into Norsca. He would add so much to your game. Imagine stealing this into even the Vampire Coast with their different monsters. It would add so much to your game. Same thing about Warriors of Chaos. A lot of different examples, really, where you can use Gorage to boost monsters like crazy, and I think he deserves an S tier rating. The Blue Scribes. I don't know many legendary heroes that get me into my fun zone as much as the Blue Scribes. It's a really beautiful mess. I think that's the best term to use for the Blue Scribes. And I think it's busted. It's like one of the best spellcasters in the game, can really cast any spell whatsoever. And they're really funny. So for that, I will have to go under A tier. Echoed Herald Brass. Echoed Herald Brass improves your healing cap, it improves your speed, and it reduces your magic cost. He's a very good combatant, has this magic barrier that all Tzeentch units have. He will stay forever in combat. I will have to go under A tier, even teetering S tier. I think I will just go S tier since it can heal and heal others around it. Very, very, very good legendary hero. For the paladin that comes into Silostria's campaign, he's unique to her. You can steal him. And he is a better paladin than the usual paladin, but not something that is extraordinary, if I must say. So he will have to go, I think, same tier like Unreal Massif, but a, a bit better for different uses, I would say. Next on our list, Harold Hammerstorm. And I think Harold Hammerstorm is another legendary hero that brings good buffs to your army by bringing good melee defense boosts and some armor boosts. He is good outside the Warriors of Chaos roster. He can provide value for the vampires. He can provide value for even Tzeentch. Can provide value for any Chaos aligned faction whatsoever. He's a very good melee combatant, so I would have to go under A2. For Gorbaz Backstabber, I think that's a case of a D tier legendary hero. He boosts only hobgoblins, and he's not that good outside of that hobgoblin thing. Like, that's his thing, that's what he does best. He does that very well. But if you steal him outside of the Chaos Dwarf faction, there is nothing that he brings to the table that other generic heroes that you have in your race can't do or do better. Snagla Grobspit. Now, Snagla Grobspit is a unique hero where it's the first time that we've seen a hero add a stance to your army. He has the stock stance in his skills and brings your army, whatever race you are, to be able to attack in ambush stance. Now, I think this by itself, for some factions, can be busted. Imagine taking Snagla Grobspit to a faction that doesn't have stock by default, like, for example, the Vampires or the Vampire Coast, and imagine doing the different combos with it. So, for that reason, for the fact that he adds such a game breaking mechanic into other factions that don't have normally access to it, I will have to place him under S tier, even though as a hero itself in the battlefield, he doesn't provide much. He provides a lot for spiders, but he doesn't provide anything else for the army. Now, most factions don't have spider units in their roster. I can think maybe of the Wood Elves, but that's pretty much all the spiders that I'm aware of in the game. So, unit wise, he doesn't bring much, but army wise, for the ability to attack in ambush stance, I would say that's a very good option to steal. Karanak, the three-headed hound. Good character killer. I would say even mage killer. I would even be even more specific. He does add movement range to your army, and he reduces leadership for enemies, armies, and around. I think his good at what he does, which is to kill characters and or mages. In fact, even more mages. I will have to go under B tier. He's not so hard to steal actually. Cord, usually the AI recruits him super early, so you can really rush to kind of get him. Um, Skyla. Skyla is a hero I want to love. I love the little monkey so much. But unfortunately, I don't have a lot of good words to say about Skyla and Grim. He is available for Norsca, so that's one race less that I can recommend it to. And he doesn't boost the army by a ton. Um, I would even go as to say that even when you are recruiting him as Norsca, he's providing a bit less value for you because the units he does boost are units of corn. So unfortunately, even though I do want to love this hero so much, he will have to go under the C tier. For Scar Bloodwrath, I think he brings movement range bonuses and speed to your army. He is very tailored to the new DLC core units, the Blood Speakers and I forgot their name. Not the units with the chains and stuff. So he is very attuned to them. He does bring a lot of different buffs to those units, but outside of those units, he doesn't boost much. He is a very, very good hero combatant. I will have to go, since he is such a good hero, to put him under B. For Kilgore Slaymane, this one is a legendary hero by Norsca, which the AI unfortunately isn't able to recruit, but I will say the following. This hero brings boosts to your armor, adds frenzy to your army, adds Hellblade to your army, and increases your weapon strength across the board. If you could have stolen him, he would have been under A. Unfortunately, he can't be stolen since the AI doesn't recruit him, so we will have to go under the can't be stolen tier. Kihar, the Tormentor, is another legendary hero by Norsca, which I do expect both of those characters to be able to be at least recruited by the AI when Norsca will be updated. So Kihar does bring speed, charge bonus, and Strider to your whole army. And Kihar also, unfortunately, can't be recruited into the AI. Therefore, it will be placed here under can't be stolen. But if he was able to be recruited and stolen, I would have placed him under A tier. Isabella von Draken, one of the best characters in the game, goes usually with her husband Vlad everywhere, but you can separate them if you want. And Isabella is here and Vlad isn't here because the AI always plays as Vlad, so you will be able only to steal Isabella. Now, Isabella, I think, is a great character. She doesn't boost her army by much, but she is accessing one of the best lores of magic in the game. So she will have to go under A. I am even wondering if to put her under S. Um, I think she's deserving of S. And now for the Nurgle boys. So let's start with Kazg. Kazg the Befouled. Now, Kazg is a very strong legendary hero. He does boost different cavalry and chariot units. And he is a regenerating hero. Very good, very fast. I think he will be good pretty much in any army whatsoever. So that goes under the S tier. The werewolf hero from Tamarkan's army. I'm not sure what his name is, but we all know him. So this Skinwolf Workin does increase speed for the whole army. And he is a Skinwolf Workin, so he has the different hero skills that any Skinwolf whatsoever in the game have. And I think that is deserving of A tier. The Bray Shaman, the regular one, the Nurgle one, sorry, is very similar to the regular Bray Shaman from the Beastmen. So I guess B tier sounds about right. I love wild magic. So I think this will add flavor to different factions and races around the game. For the Famir Belfiend one, this brings spell resistance to the whole army, and the Famir Belfiend is a good casting hero. So for this reason, I think he's a bit slower than the Bray Shaman. So for that reason, I'll put him under C tier. Plus, you do have shadow magic available for most destruction races in the game. So I don't think that's a priority to steal. For the exalted hero of, well, actually, this one is undivided, but a bit tainted by Nurgle. It's not the exalted hero of Nurgle per se, but he does ride a Chaos Dragon, which is kind of unique to him. And a Chaos Dragon is a very, very, very strong mount, so I think that's something to be considered when you try to steal this hero. And for the last one, which is the Castellan, he does bring range and ammo for different armies. Now, I think about this for the Skaven, for Vampire Coast. I know that I have a bias towards ranged armies, but I try to correct that bias by placing some of the other heroes that I think that are very good in melee a bit up front. But still, since it increases range, and range is one of the most difficult things to increase in the game, I think this one is deserving of an S tier. So these are the legendary heroes and their different priorities to steal. I do expect new legendary heroes very soon in the DLC, and I hope to redo this ranking again after the DLC is out. I'm really looking forward to see what they do with the Norsca legendary heroes, since they can't be stolen right now and can be recruited by the AI. So that will be very interesting to see. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate all your comments and all your feedbacks on improving my videos. I'm still early in my journey, so this is all a learning curve, and I've learned so much. So thank you again, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Have a good one. Bye bye.